another glove on, so. But as you can see, it's come loose. You just pull the nut off, and then there's the bearing. Now, it might have been better to cool it. I'm not sure. I'm not an expert by any means. What this is here is a Malossi gear set, and I have a brand new Malossi gear set here, and these are the two pieces that you get with the Malossi gear set. The only difference between this set and your stock gears is that this gear right here, it's a straight cut, and straight cut means that these are straight across. A stock one, they're angled just a little bit. So that's the difference, and that gives you an extra 3-4 miles per hour at the top end. So we are going to start assembling it. Now that we've had the final gear, this has been in the freezer for a little bit, and we've had the bearing in the oven here. We're going to go ahead and drop the hot bearing onto the shaft there, and as you can see, it dropped right on because this was warm and this is cold. Now I'm going to go ahead and let this stuff sit, and the bearing's going to tighten up on this when the two metals reach the same temperature. Then we're going to go ahead and install it into the case. What we're doing now is we're warming the socket with the heat gun that I have in the vice grip, and the reason why we're warming it is because this area will, with the heat, it'll expand, and the bearing is in the freezer right now, and since it's being cooled down, it's going to contract, so that'll let this bearing drop right in. Let me grab the final gear. A couple things about this one here. This final gear is a Malossi and it's straight cut, but also the tip of this on the Malossi is just a little bit shorter. So what you want to be sure when you install a Malossi final gear set, that it sits all the way in tight into that direction. So let me put this back over here in the cooler, and then we're going to take this off, and we're going to push this down in there. As soon as this gets warm, another thing that is the right thing to do is you're supposed to replace the sill in there. We neglected to order the sill, so we're going to have to go with the old sill. What I've done is I've put a lot of grease in there to help lubricate that sill. When we put it back together, it has lubrication. So I'm going to go ahead and try dropping that in there now, since this is a little warm and the final gear is cold. So put this over to the side here. See how it goes. I don't want to use too much. Okay. And there it goes. It dropped right in there. And I'm going to go ahead and give it a little tap for good measure. My dead blow hammer. But bearing dropped right in without any problem. We're going to work on the other side now, and we're going to do the same thing with this. Is we have a bearing right here that's going to go into there, so we're going to go ahead and heat this up and cool the bearing down. Well, what we're doing now is we're warming the case up. and we have the bearing on ice. A couple things we're going to talk about before we turn the heat off is in here, when you want to put the bearing in, you can push it in, put it in, and then you can take the old bearing and put it on top, and you can hit it with this, maybe some type of extension in between the outside and the old bearing, so you're not striking directly on the bearing or on the inner part. Another way you can do it is you can use the socket, one that fits on the outer, it's a race of the bearing, and you could whack it with a hammer like this if you have to, but you don't want to hit on the center of your new bearing. So let's go ahead and get the bearing off ice and turn this off and get it ready. So it's not going in quite as smooth, and I think it's because I don't have an extra hand to hold all this stuff straight. But it's tight in there now. I may be trying to use the other bearing was a little too much. Now I'm going to go ahead and use this upside down like this. So I'm just going to go around the edges and make sure it's tight in there. There you go. Now it's installed. And a couple things about the gears. This is a Malossi final gear set and this piece here is straight cut. This piece here that goes through here and this side is stock. And what I needed to do to put this on is I needed to press the old one off, this right here at a shop, and then press this one back on at a shop. Well, we warmed this up just a little bit. I'm not interested in getting it really hot. And what we'll do is we'll assemble it again. Make sure everything lines up. Pins. Let's see. And as you can see, where I'm hitting it is the back side of the final gear on this side. So if you just, and I like to whack it just a little bit more to take the pressure off the bearings and make sure that this here is riding straight on the bearings. The bearings aren't pressing outward. And that's it. Pretty easy. Now all I need to do is get my screws here. Oops. And I have them in the order that they came off. And I'll just start putting this back together. Yeah, it's that one. So I think we're good. What's left to do is pull this right here, put some gear oil in it. I'm not going to do that until I'm done with some other stuff we're working on this project.